Hey guys, what's going on? It's Reflix 66 back with another quick task guide video for Escape From Tarkov. Today we're talking about Mechanics Task Farming Part 2. For this task, Mechanic wants you to go into Raid and get, these all have to be found in Raid, 2 power cords, 4 T-shaped plugs, and 2 printed circuit boards. For me, what I like to do for this task, especially early wipe, low level, I'm focused on getting these items and surviving the raid, and that's my #1 priority. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into reserve. I'm going to go to the night buildings. I'm going to try to avoid as much conflict as possible. I'm going to take a gun and the biggest rig I can find. So I'm already level 19. The first thing I'm going to do is find a random gun, which on my character, I have a shotgun. And then I'm going to go into the trading to the flea market, and I'm going to search for the MPPV rig. Now, you might not have the money to buy these, but they're pretty damn cheap. So I always recommend getting this rig when you're trying to do just a quick no backpack extract. We're going to go to reserve, we're going to loot the night buildings, and we're going to leave through the no backpack extract, which means you do not have to have a backpack to survive and leave. So you can see this MPPV rig is really large, it's really cheap, and it can hold lots of stuff. So now let's jump over to reserve and go ahead and find these items. All right, guys, I know most people do this task on interchange, but for us, we're going to do this on reserve. Early wipe, a lot of people are going to be fighting interchange and fighting over the same resources to get these tasks done. So we're coming to reserve to mix it up a little bit. You can see we're right here by the night buildings. This is Black Knight. Over here is the King building. Up there's the Dome. And we're right next to this little gas station building. So the first stop we're going to take is right here inside of the gas station building. There's a computer block right here. So you're going to check that. Then we're going to come out and go into the night buildings. I recommend going in the back side of the night buildings between Knight and King, Black Knight and White King. You just jump in this little window here, and then you'll have access to a lot of loot inside here. So we brought in just a rig and no backpack so we could take the no backpack exfil. What we're looking for in here is power cords, T-plugs, and circuit boards. You can find your T-plugs and power cords in toolboxes and filing cabinets, and the circuit boards are going to be in computers. So this little run right here will run you past an absolute ton of loot that you can pick up, but it'll definitely run you by all the power cords, T-plugs, and printed circuit boards that you could imagine. So you can see all the toolboxes. Those all have a chance of spawning things. These shelves back here can spawn things on them. As we come back into the garage, we're going to check this little toolbox right here at the front of the truck. There are some locked doors in here. We're not going to be exploring the locked doors just because we don't have the keys yet. In early wipe, you won't have those keys either. So we're just going to go to the rooms that are available to us. So we're going to see the second room here. There's not really a lot in this room. It doesn't hurt to check the shelves and stuff. Who knows if they're going to change the loot tables. This is a locked door. There is a key for that. If you come back up here to the front, this room has 2 jackets and a gym bag. Always worth checking these things. You're probably not going to find the items you're looking for here, but it doesn't hurt to check anyways because there's going to be amazing loot that you can get for your hideout upgrades and all kinds of different tasks and get your keys out of the jackets. Like right there, we just got a director's office key that's going to be useful for a ton of early wipe tasks. So then you check the second door doesn't open. The third door, you pop that open. Again, we got our jackets, and then in the back is the filing cabinets. The filing cabinets are what we're looking for. T-plugs and power cords can spawn in the filing cabinets. So you're going to check all 4 of these drawers right here and see what you pull out. You may not get it all on one run. You may not even get part of it on one run. But if you run this a few times, I guarantee with the loot that you're going to get out of here, it'll 1, be profitable, and 2, that you're eventually going to get the items that you need out of this location. And all the keys that you're going to get in here are invaluable. You know, these are keys that you're going to need for multiple tasks going forward. Okay, we're going to the second floor, Black Knight. We're going to immediately turn left. This door is locked, but always check inside here. You can get some valuable ammo. There's a green box. Again, this is not going to have what you need for your tasks, but the loot inside is always worth checking out. You'll get a couple identifiers, a nice little suppressor, and a pistol. Add a loot pool. This is also locked. And that's it for this side. Oh, look at that. A little random Salewa. Always check your barrels and your shelves. Then we're going to go back, and then we're going to go on the right leg. Now, this is actually a pretty decent chunk of loot in here. You can see we got 2 filing cabinets and then 2 jackets. So you can see we're already filling up on loot. Early wipe, this would be just a giant haul. Later wipe, this isn't going to be as profitable to run, but early wipe, this little route is just a gold mine for your hideout upgrades, your early task items. We're going to go up to the 3rd floor, which I said has the roof access door. And we're going to start with this little room here. Inside here, this is not a bathroom. This is the kitchen of the dorm of this little black pawn area. There's a duffel bag on the couch, which could have your power cords, but it's not likely to have what you need. It does have a paracord though, if you have a Red Rebel, so you can extract. And then we're going to check these doors. So as you can see, 3 filing cabinets and a jacket. that's the theme that's going with this building, is all the jackets and all the filing cabinets. This is often overlooked by a lot of people when they're going through this area, because there's so much higher value individual item loot on this map that people rush to the high value loot areas and ignore all of this stuff and leave it behind. So early wipe, while everyone else is rushing to the same tech spawns and getting all that stuff, you could be in here grabbing your rechargeable batteries and stuff like that. So here we go, guys. There's our first rechargeable battery out of the filing cabinet. That's what we were looking for. Some of this stuff we're going to min-max out and get rid of. Some of it's valuable, some of it's not. Depends on what task you have complete or what you need to barter for. Me, I have some extra shotgun shells there. I can go ahead and get rid of those and free up a slot. I got some Apollo cigarettes that I don't need for any task right now. Then you get stuff like that where you open a drawer and you get a random folder of intelligence. So this is where you gotta get strategic. What do I need? What don't I need? I don't need the cigarettes. I don't need the AA batteries. I'll go ahead and move these two keys that are less valuable to me up and go ahead and put that intel in the container. So far, guys, we've got one of the items we need for our task, but a ton of other items that we need for other tasks. If you wanted to try to fight over to do the train extract, you can get a ton more loot in here. But for the sake of this route, I'm only going to be doing the rig and taking the no backpack extract. So here we go. These are the computer blocks room. Again, we're on the 3rd floor of the Black Knight building, going through, and I'm going to be leaving a lot of loot behind, guys, and you're going to be, you know, yelling at me the whole time inside your heads. But I'm focusing on the stuff that I need for the tasks, and leaving behind the stuff that I don't. So in this room, there are 4 computer blocks. You can see we just hit three of them in a row right there. Now we're going to go over and hit the 4th one before we hit those filing cabinets. And the computers are where we're going to find our printed circuit boards. Of course, there's none in here right now, but we did find the CPU fan that we're going to need. And we can go back over here for another filing cabinet. You guys think we're going to pull a 3rd intelligence? Go ahead and get through these drawers real fast. And at the risk of repeating myself, guys, T-plugs and power cords are what we're looking for in these filing cabinets. Hey, and there's a T-plug. So I'm going to go and put the lamp away. This is for lighting too. I'm not going to focus on that. I'm going to run out. Out here on the balcony, this won't have anything for this task that you're looking for, but just things to look for out here is ammo spawns up here. There's a weapon box back there behind that board. There's another big gray weapon box right over there against the wall. And you can jump down off this roof and go that way towards the gas station. But we're just going to go back down to the 1st floor and cross over to the other night building. So guys, we could go over and loot the other side and get all that stuff. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and extract with these items. And then I'm going to come back and make a second section of this video where I'm going to loot the other side, the White Knight building, and show you guys what all's in there. So I'm going to run over to extract real quick, take these items out for my quest, and then hop right back in on the next raid for White Knight. I'm going to secure the items I need for the task now, live to fight another day, and come right back in. So you can see we're pushing right back to where we started, right behind this little gas building. There's a hole in the fence here. We're looking out for scavs. We're just hoping there's no sniper up top. If there was, we wouldn't be able to defend ourselves anyways. But we're going to run over here towards the manhole extract. The manhole extract is a no backpack extract, which means you cannot extract if you have a backpack. But if you prone out and you crawl underneath this car, really all you have to do is be by that manhole. But if you go all the way up to this axle, you're pretty much covered from any snipers shooting from the dome. So this is the best place to go whenever you're trying to take this no backpack exfil. All right, we're about to hop over to White Knight. All right, guys, here we are on the 1st floor of Black Knight. We're going to be crossing. This is the 2nd raid now. I came back in. I've already picked up a couple things. But we're going to be crossing from this 1st floor of Black Knight over to White Knight to continue this run. So we're going to look both ways before we cross the street. Keep an eye out. And then we're going to run over here. This building is called White Knight. White Knight also has a lot of filing cabinets, jackets, and filing cabinets, jackets, and CPUs that you're going to check. But when I come in, the first thing I check is under here. This isn't going to help with the task, but it's a nice little weapon box. Nice, secure, hidden place to look for some nice loot. And you can get random, decent things that you'll need. One thing I do, guys, if you just saw that right there, is I pick up everything and drop what I don't need. It's good for boosting your search skills and getting you a little bit extra experience every raid. But these 1st floor doors, they spawn open like this. It makes me nervous a lot of times when I come in here thinking there's somebody already here, but they spawn like this on the White Knight side. You can see the 1st room here by the front door has a gym bag in it, and it has 2 jackets, one on each side of the door. So we're going to head and loot those. We're doing the same philosophy as last time, guys. We're going to take everything until every slot's full, and then after that, we'll focus on min-maxing and getting the best loot in the slots. But the first room there, 2 jackets and a gym bag. The second room, you can see there's 2 filing cabinets right here. We'll go through those and see if we can get another intel. What we're really looking for right now are the power cords, T-plugs, and printed circuit boards. But that's the first floor of White Knight. We're gonna go up to the second floor of White Knight. You can't get in here. You just have to look over the sandbags and then go straight up to 3. The third floor of White Knight doesn't have a ton of loot up here. There are like a couple of hidden computers that a lot of people don't know about, and random filing cabinets. This room's more for like your weapon attachments. Oh my goodness, look at this streamer loot, guys. We're gonna push down this hallway. We're gonna go room by room here. When you come in here, all that you can really find in here is this duffel bag. Duffel bags, like we talked about before, could have your paracord, your power cords or your T-plugs, but you can see there's not one there. The second door is it's kind of a weapons room. It's not going to have anything really for your task unless you check that toolbox up front. So we're going to kind of ignore this room, skim over it. You can see all the loot that's in here. Tons of weapon attachments, but we're just going to check this toolbox to see if it has the things we need for this task, which it does not. All right, as I was saying, out here on the roof, you can see there's weapon attachments spawn here. Over there, more weapon attachments. On those boxes, weapon attachments. On those pallets, behind those sandbags, and then up on this upper roof part are more pallets and stuff that have sandbags and weapon attachments. What we're going to look is just this toolbox. Again, we're looking for the T-plugs and the power cords, which there aren't any there. And we're going to drop down to the second floor. There's not anything that's going to help us with the task in here. This room is locked, but there's weapon stuff in here. This is a grenade box. Moving down, here's our filing cabinets. Second room on the second floor. And then also look on the shelves here. You can also find the power cords. All right, we're going to walk down here. The third door on the right. There's a green box for weapon parts and guns and ammo and stuff like that. Nothing we need. And then back here on this final table here is more weapon attachments. Nothing that we need for what the task we're working on. So we'll jump out the window there. You got to jump and crouch at the same time. You can check over here for those OFZ, the mortar shells, or tank batteries. Again, that's nothing for this task, but just something to know. So we're back down on the first floor. We're pushing out. We just heard someone running behind the building here. I think it was a scav. We're just going to ignore it and run over here to the garage building. This is a long garage. There's nothing in here that's really going to help with the task. There is a duffel bag we'll look at. Here's a weapon box here. I'll show you guys everything on the way to our exfil. There's a duffel bag right here that I was talking about that could have the T-plugs and power cords in it. So we'll go ahead and check it while we're sitting here. But for the most part, it's probably not going to have anything we need for this task. Key, that's locked. It's not going to help us. So this is long garage. That's small garage. That's right next to our manhole exfil. Again, we're going to look both ways before we cross the road. Get across here. There could be weapon attachments and ammo that spawns out here, but that's nothing that's going to help with our task. We're going to push in here to small garage. We're just going to go straight through. Inside here, there's 2 jackets next to the door there and a duffel right here. So we're going to check those just to get a little bit more luck. This is a general route that I take while I'm doing farming part 2. So I'm just going to run back out again. There's weapon spawns right there and the ammo. We're going to run out. We're going to go right here by manhole. We're going to prone out under the truck and crawl all the way into the axle. Guys, that's the route I run when I get in here. I go over to the night buildings and I run that little circle right there and I jump in this exfil. You can hear there's scavs that spawn around here. So be alert and aware for scavs. Players will come through there, but early wipe, a majority of the players are going to be pushing on maps that are away from reserve. Customs has early tasks. Shoreline has early tasks. Even interchange, a lot of people will go to do this task on interchange. But if you're focusing on doing this on reserve, chances are you'll have an advantage over a lot of the other players there. Not a lot of people think to go to reserve for early task items. So then we'll show you what it's like when we turn this task in after we get the rest of these items. All right, guys, so we completed farming part 2. This task unlocked 3 other tasks, and it also gives you 5,500 experience. You get 15,000 rubles, an Ash 12, a Nixer lens, and 0.02 rep with mechanic. Now that this task is complete, we can move on to our next farming part 3, bad habits and other tasks. And guys, if you have any comments, questions, leave them down below. If you think this reserve route is a good idea, bad idea, let me know. You can catch me live on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time almost every day of the week, and I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. Check us out on Discord. See you next time. Bye. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you need any additional help, feel free to come by the stream on Twitch. Check out our Discord at toc.gg/discord. Stop by our website at tarkovhelpline.com or leave a comment down below.